Yo, it's effective immediately. I'm DJ Hed.
What up, Hip Hop Nation? It's your favorite homegirl, Gina Views.
Special guest in the studio, artist, producer, writer, all the things. AJ McQueen, welcome to the show.
Glad to be here. Thank y'all for having me.
For sure. Welcome here. I see you said you fresh off the airplane.
Fresh off the airplane. East Coast. New York show last night. Baby's all right. Sold it out.
Okay.
All independent. It was special. You know what I mean? So and I got a show Sunday.
Okay.
So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Being on the road, like, I mean, where are you from originally?
St. Louis.
St. Louis.
Yeah.
You don't have the typical St. Louis accent.
No. Yeah.
Do people tell you that?
Well, it depends. If you hear me say her and there and all
there
that, we just we ain't get that far yet. You hear me? But no, I've been around too. I'm cultured. I'm from St. Louis, but I spent a lot of time in Houston as well. My life sent me into where I was being raised by 6 different families through our high school. So I got a little bit of Caribbean culture in me. I got a little bit of this, got a little of that, a little melting pot.
Yeah, when I listen to you, I'm like, yeah, you don't sound like you. Kind of sound like your voice and the way you talk kind of remind me of Ryan Coogler. Anybody ever told you that?
Ryan Coogler.
He's a director.
Yeah, he the director of Black Panther, right?
Yeah.
Nah, that's new.
Okay. Yeah, Coogler from the Bay.
Piece of Ryan. Yeah. Okay.
What's on your hands?
Us. African.
Can you break down each ring?
Yeah, I got a Sankofa bird.
Say that again.
A Sankofa bird. So that means to go and retrieve. So you go, you find a way, you come back, get your people. That's what that means. I got a black pearl. I got tigers.
Show them to the show.
Yeah. Tiger's blood, and then I got a pharaoh. That's the energy I carry. Young black pharaoh. You know what I mean? So then I got an African turtle. That just means to carry us. Carry us. Along the water. Got a tree of life. Also one on my face. And then an Ankh, some people reverence the cross, I reverence the Ankh, and then I got some jade on me. I like the word thing, and I got the same thing on my jewelry. Whole tribal mask on my body, things that represent us.
You black for real.
Oh, yeah, nah.
You ever been with a white woman?
Never.
Come on. I'm just asking.
Dr. Umar will be disappointed.
I know. That's why.
Nah, man.
You came in hot.
I'm just asking.
Listen,
came to my mind.
I love us, man, and I spent a lot of time studying Egyptian history. I got pictures of Marcus Garvey in my yard. I got pictures of Malcolm, Martin. Things just represent us. Black Jesus. I grew up seeing that. So, and then I was taught nationality. As a child, my uncle did 30 years in the pen, and he would call me from the pen and randomly just blurt out little stuff while he had the phone time. You ain't black. You a god, and hang up the phone. And at 7, I didn't know what that means.
At 7? That sound like from the Boondocks.
It sound like Kendrick Lamar.
You hear me? At 7,
you a god even when they say you ain't.
Yeah, but now it's amazing how things manifest.
Yeah. Wait, okay, so not to go back to that, I'm sorry, but is the dating outside your race, is that off the table?
Off the table.
You just haven't done it?
Off the table. It won't happen.
Have you ever been attracted to anyone outside your race?
The closest, so I was with a woman that was a Creole. She was black, and her mom was Creole. So if you looked at her, I'll never forget, I was working at a job, and I had this sister that came to me, you heard me on lunch break, and she started going off on me. You know what I mean? She was like, I thought she was with us. You with this white woman. I was like, hold on. She Creole, but she they
niggas too.
Yeah.
Right. That's why I was trying to explain to her, but she wasn't hearing that. You know what I mean? But no, she just didn't have as much melanin. But no, I love us for real. I'm all for preserving the black family. In order for us to do that, we gotta be with us.
You have kids?
Do that.
No. How would you feel though, like if your son brought a white girl on?
I mean, I'm all for individualism, but I believe that if I do my job as a parent, it won't happen.
It won't happen.
No, it won't happen.
I know the red mega hats hate seeing you coming.
Oh yeah, no, but see the thing is, I don't even care about what they do though. Like when you
you pro us.
Yeah, when you so pro us, you don't even care. Like y'all do y'all thing, man. Hey, shout out to y'all. We on black economics over here. We on black music. We on black health, black wealth. You know what I'm saying? Black spirituality. So I don't even care what they do.
Yeah.
I don't know what's happening over there either.
Yeah.
You ask me anything about it, I don't know. Because it's not affecting us for real.
Yeah.
Not when you build your own. Not when you do it independent. It don't affect us for real.
Birdie told me that you are a reformed gang member.
Yes, for sure.
What point of your life did you decide to make that change?
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't decide it. It was decided for me. I got shot up when I was 15.
Oh,
so,
wow.
inch away from being paralyzed. Like,
Wow.
I met God on my back, like for real. So, it wasn't just my mama, was like, you leaving and you're never coming back. You know what I mean? And in retrospect, that was the best decision ever made. But as a child, while it was happening to me, it was happening for me. You heard me? So no, I didn't make that decision. But when I was like 25, I accepted that this is my life, and I started to operate in my purpose. You know, from that, and the Most High started to use everything I learned in the streets, and then everything I learned in the books. You know, and just mix it together. So while I'm a reformed gang member, I went back into the prison systems. I started speaking to the inmates. I wrote a book when I was 23. I received the White House Service Achievement Award from Barack Obama. I got my own day in the city of Houston. So all of it from taking everything, because a lot of us are taught to just get rid of your past. No, use it.
Yeah.
Use it.
Had you ever had any, like, okay, you're a reformed gangbanger.
Yeah.
That's, congrats too,
because
I know what that's like to lose people to the street shit. You said you hadn't had God in your life before that, like you had.
It depends. Like, I feel like there's a difference between having God and knowing God. So I think that, you know, while I was in the hood, the most I've heard about God was when we was praying over food. You heard me? But I never seen it before. You know, and then so I think seeds were planted. Like, my dad was definitely a man of God, but it wasn't your traditional. You heard me? And because we didn't grow up in I didn't have my dad in the household with me. I wasn't able to see that until I got older. And he passed away 7 years ago. So I heard of God, but I never seen God before or felt God until I got older, for sure.
How did like the homies from your hood take it that you didn't want to participate in that type of activity anymore?
Yeah, I mean, I'll be honest, like, my story ain't traditional. Like, when I say the streets, I want to be clear. I wouldn't walk around here with, 30 clips and shooting at the ops. Like, that ain't my story. You know, I grew up. I'm from the streets. I grew up from the streets, and I did whatever I need to survive. Everything from poverty to, drug addicts. You heard me, to drive-by. I've been involved in all of it, but I always had a heart. I always knew I was separate.
Yeah.
You heard me? Like, always. Even I had an unction as a youth, like at 9, like this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? But I also was taught principles and stand on principles. So when I would go back, to my hood, they would all make jokes. You heard me? Because I was changing slowly. You heard me? But eventually they all end up following me. You know what I mean? And so the influence, when you just stick to who you are for real, like for real, like you got to evolve. Not even change. You got to evolve.
Yeah.
You hear me? When you evolve, I believe it's going to influence and empower people.
So you didn't suffer like having to actually get put on the hood and stuff like that?
Yeah. At 12.
At 12. Wow.
Yeah. But like I say, I got OGs though. Like, I come from, I jumped off the porch. Well, I was kicked off the porch at 12.
Yeah. So
I'm talking about, I don't know about that gangbanging at 18 and 19. Yeah. I don't know about that. I can't speak on that. You hear me?
Right. Or becoming famous and then.
I can't speak. Yeah, I don't even, that's foreign to me. You hear me? Because when you really in it, when you really went through it, you don't want to do it.
Right.
Trying to get out of there.
What?
Yeah. What about rappers and artists now? What do you like? What's your thoughts on that? Like, have you spoken to any of them?
A lot. Like, and the thing is, we've spoken in secret, in private, right?
Yeah, you don't have to say who it is.
Yeah. But I will say one thing that they respect about me is because the same energy that I had in the streets, I still have now. If you see how I move, this ain't even. I move in solidarity. I move in uniformity. I move. You know what I'm saying? Like a god. Like tribal. I'm very tribal. So gang went from gang to tribal.
You came with a lot of people.
Yeah, this. I'm traveling light. I'm traveling light. You know what I'm saying?
This ain't light, bro. I don't know if you got the email.
That's far from light.
This a light day because I believe that shows power. You know what I'm saying? It shows power and it shows leadership.
Yeah.
But no, I speak to them and they respect me. And a lot of the questions be like, okay, so how do I take this and transmute it? You hear me? To where I'm not losing myself.
Yeah.
Suppression ain't evolution. You know what I mean? Like, I used to suppress my past too, though. I used to think I need to put makeup on my face tats. I got a church right here. I used to feel like I need to put makeup in order to be accepted.
You literally put makeup to cover up?
I've done it before.
To cover the teardrop?
Yeah, because I was in politics. When I went to D.C., when I went to Washington, D.C., and I was on Capitol Hill, I wanted to be accepted I'm looking at Michelle and Barack right there. And you know what I'm saying? And I wanted them to look at me and not see my past.
Did you think they knew what the teardrop represented?
Everybody do. Even if they don't know, they know. Yeah. Like, I was in T-Mobile one day, and I was like 24, and this young lady came to me, and I was standing in line, and she was like, very aggressive, and she was like, "You gonna have to get out of her." I said, "What?" She said, "We don't serve as murderers."
Wow.
And I was like, "Dang." I took offense, but I took time to educate her. You know, there's two different types of church drives. There's a closed one and an open one. You know what I mean? And I said, open means that you're mourning, you know what I'm saying? And a closed one means that whoever made you mourn is no longer with us. And I just left her with that. She's never heard that before. So I think we just got to change how we respond to being disrespected or challenged. You know, if you stand on your principles, you shouldn't be in your emotions about it.
Allow me to offer a counter to that, right?
Yeah.
So let's say you do have a face tat and you were to get discriminated against. Would that bother you in a way that, like, not now,
right.
former you? Yeah. Would that bother you being discriminated against, knowing that people have an adverse reaction to face tats?
No, because like I said, when you know what you come with, you know what you come with. If you at peace with what you come with. Now, if you ain't at peace with your face tats or your locks or anything that represent you, then you shouldn't even be doing it. Mm-hmm. So how you gonna get upset at them and not be upset at yourself? So I think that even older me, I'm so. Like, I have bullet holes going through high school, you heard me? So whatever comes with that energy, I know what come with that, you know? I know my locks are matted to my head. I know when I go out, people might not see me and look and think decency and in order, you know what I mean? But I'm at peace with it. Mm-hmm. And also, I just move in places where I'm accepted at, honestly. You know, I create my own rooms. You know, build your own table. You don't need to be accepted by nobody when you do that.
Yeah.
Musically, your influences, I could see your influences. Like, I saw what your influences were from, you know, the Tupacs and the, you know, even the Kendrick type stuff. Like, is that who like, where do you get your style from? Because to me, it's not traditional.
No. So 85% of my music is reggae. You know what I mean? So a lot of reggae music, a lot of revolutionary music. You know what I mean? You know, a lot of jazz, a lot of black jazz. You know, and you got your Pacs, Nas, Common. You know, Sade. You know what I'm saying? Nip. You know, definitely. Like, and what the crazy thing about that, I was just telling somebody this in my last press run, that somebody, I didn't even know who Nip was. And somebody was confirmed. They were like, "Man, you remind me of somebody," but I didn't even know who that was.
What year did you discover him?
A year before he passed. And I did a deep dive on the music, and I ain't gonna lie, Blue Laces plays before I go on my. Whenever I perform, my DJ drop Blue Laces too. You heard me? Like, that's how much it captivated me, because in St. Louis, or, you know, I'm from the West Side, I used to be a Blood. So in my area, I was moving in a way to where the same way, you know what I'm saying? Like, same, like, so it's just amazing, you know what I mean? So definitely kindred spirits, you know what I mean? And if anything, what Nip influenced me to do, you know what I mean, was to slow down a little bit, you know what I mean, with my knowledge. Yeah. You heard me? And so I went to Nip book list, and whatever was on the book list, Contagious, give me that. You know what I'm saying? Powernomics, give me that. You heard me? So it just added to who I am, but definitely Nip. And we on the West Coast, so, you know what I'm saying, peace to the guy Nip. But yeah, Pac, Nas, Common, you heard me, Wayne.
Have you been able to tap in with any of these people that you
No,
influenced by?
not. I mean, I've met a few. The beautiful thing about the last 2 years of my life is my life is transformed to where DMs that I sent back in 2018 and 17 are being answered now.
Hello.
It's just beautiful, and I be showing
like
my team. India, you know what I'm saying? We working on something. You know,
Word.
Joey Badass is my brethren. Like, we working on something. Who else? I'm waiting. So me and Zion Mall, you know, that's Lauryn Hill's son. I have a big Lauryn Hill silhouette tatted on my chest. You know what I'm saying? And I'll tell you the story about that if you want to know. But, you know, so we tapped in. We about to do some music with each other. So just people that I resonate with.
He out here.
Yeah.
We just met him. Yeah.
And but it's a duality, because I'm so comfortable in my skin that I don't feel the need to like reach out to the point to where if it ain't aligned, it ain't organic, I don't want to do it. So it's just amazing how I be looking at my phone and people just not getting hip, or something's happening. You know what I'm saying? Like, even meeting you, I've had respect, bro. I watch your wisdom.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
You watch his trolling?
I see how he show up for, you know what I'm saying, his side and his people, and all that. About us. And I see that, and so, like I said, I didn't even know that this will happen when it happens. So it's a God thing, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just flowing.
Thank you, though. I appreciate
it. Thank you. Like, but I think the beautiful thing about what you said is, you can't really, like, my style is different because I believe I'm a breath of fresh air for hip hop though. Something fresh, something different. It's soul, but it's bold.
What do you think changed? Do you think there's a pivot in hip hop now where people want to hear you say something?
Yeah, man.
What do you think caused that?
Honestly, God is sovereign. So let me be clear, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, God is sovereign. I believe that, there's a time for everything. That's just how it goes. And I think that those who are chosen, you just got to be ready. You got to be prepared. People tired of dying to every song, if they be honest. I mean, you done shot me 16 times in this song. Like, people tired of that. And, like, people tired of that. You know what I'm saying? Like
I'm dead.
It's overkill at this point. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's a paradigm shift happening. I would love to take credit for, but I can't, because that wouldn't be true. I do think that I'm a pioneer of the revolutionary music that's happening now. You know what I mean? But again, it's consciousness, but it's really soul. Because I'm not up here pointing fingers and telling you what to do. If you listen to my music, I tell my story.
Yeah.
You hear me? So I ain't even up here on that, and I think that's why. I know that's why the Most High is using me, because He know that He's trusting me in all these other areas of my life. So it's just time. And I think that it's a lot of artists out here that are similar, that have been making this music in their yard at night, posting on Instagram or doing a show at an open mic, and ain't nobody there. But I think that the paradigm shifting, the industry is falling, Babylon is falling. You know what I'm saying? The labels going to distro, everything DIY. So if you've been DIY, then it's your time. And I believe it's my time. You know what I mean? And I say that with boldness, but not separate from God, though.
What do you, can you just break down your day-to-day, like from morning to night? Like, what are you eating?
I love questions like that.
Do you smoke? Do you drink? Like, how do you keep yourself entertained? Like, what are you doing on a daily basis?
My team will tell you. You heard me. They call me, hey, what you on? The routine. I have a routine. I have a song called Routine too. But I'm a routine person. Sometimes I'm off my dean a little bit. You hear me? But you gotta give yourself grace for that. But we rise at 5. We rise at 5 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I try to wake up before the devil up. I want to wake up before everybody up. Yeah. And that quiet time, that first hour is for me. Before you give yourself to the world, how you just gonna run into your day? You ain't got nothing. You got nothing for you. So I like to wake up when the sky black. You know what I mean? And
that's black for real.
No,
nigga, piss me off. I hear a nigga up.
Hey. When I'm black, I want to wake up when the sky black.
Running water and shit. Get back in bed.
Look. No, but I'll be up. You heard me? And I got a big old body mirror in my yard, and I got my yoga mat, and I sit there, and dare I say I sit there naked, like truly, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
in the backyard?
In the front, in my yard, my crib, I can call it a yard. Okay. My crib, like, I'm sitting there, and I got a body mirror. My yard full of plants. I love plants. I got like 60 plants in the crib.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to paint a visual. You said you would be naked. So you sitting like Indian style, like
I'm
what
sitting Indian style. Yeah.
Like balls to mat.
Balls to the mat. Just like that.
I got wood floors in my shit.
Just try. Get you a yoga mat.
Get on a yoga mat.
Get a yoga mat. I get you. I'm shipping my yoga. Like, you put the yoga mat down and you sit.
To be just sitting at. Okay, so tell me what you eating oatmeal? Like, what the fuck are you doing? What?
No, like
what the.
Just like,
I know you don't eat noodles no more.
No, I can't. When you read the back of it, I know you. But
you ain't that much of a nigga.
Okay, one packer, you caught me. 1 packer and quarter. The creamy chicken.
What flavor creamy? Okay,
with the little hot sauce in there and some garlic butter.
Nigga spread butt ass nigga with the fucking.
But listen, nah, cause
eating it with a spoon.
When I leave her, he gonna think about it.
I'm not.
Look, I'm gonna tell you why.
He meditates. He's a very peaceful person.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. And again, I'm from the streets, right? Toxic masculinity is all I knew.
Facts.
You heard me? I had to show up this way, but I was never like that. Yeah. I got 4 sisters. I'm the only boy. So I've always been, like, in tune with who I am, you know what I'm saying? Even just vicariously or inadvertently, right? Like, I've always been in tune, but I could never show that. Yeah. But once I decided who I want to be as a man, once I unpacked and repacked, and I'm like, damn, I ain't want to be. I ain't no tough guy. I stand on principles, though, like, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't no tough guy. So then when I'm by myself, because, you are whoever you are when you are alone. We ain't who we are right now. You know what I'm talking about? When you ain't nobody, that's who you are. So me, who I am, I'm transparent. I'm see-through. You know what I mean? So in my yard by myself, of course, I ain't finna put no clothes on and walk around my crib by myself. Like if I got kids and people, that's different. But by myself, I'm transparently a naked black man by myself. And I think that that's what my music represents us. Like, bruh, take that off, brother. Like, if you want to hang it in a closet and pick it up when it's time to slide, do that. If that's what you want to do. But that all the time, you're not even designed to be like that. So yeah, I sit with myself. You know what I mean? I sit with myself. I pray. I meditate. I talk to God. I put on some worship music I need to. I burn some sage too. You know what I mean? Light some Palo Santos, cleanse whatever the atmosphere is. Then I go to the gym. You know what I'm saying? Cold plunge. I love cold plunge. I've turned into a cold plunge enthusiast.
Have you had any crash out moments?
Yeah, I think that's healthy. You know what I'm saying?
What?
Crash out moments are healthy.
You think it's healthy?
Yeah. Now that type of crash out, you know what I mean? But no, I share my real emotions.
You know what's interesting about what you said? We got to wrap, but you do, like, I always think people who do that much work to protect their peace are crazy as a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, factual.
Yeah.
Like, and you burning shit, you sitting, you meditating, like, you talking to God a lot. Like, what you suppressing something in there?
Well, no, I think it's quite the opposite. I think that I think
smash.
Yeah, no, I think darkness is healthy too, though. I think that all of it's healthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, a plant don't grow in the light. A baby is born in the dark too. Like, so I'm in tune with my darkness and everything. Your darkness is always with you. It's your shadow, brother. Like, so no, I'm not saying this on some like, and it's sad that it gets put in a box of like consciousness and deep stuff. I'm just a human, my nigga. Like, I'm a human. I'm telling you a human experience that ain't gonna be publicized. Yeah. That they ain't gonna talk about it on the record. But I'm showing you a man, like, you're going to be surprised when you heard that I cry. You know what I'm saying?
When was
the
last time you had a good cry?
The other day, I got my mom out the hood.
As you should.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you, God. Like, I got my mom out the hood. She no longer in Wilson no more.
Yeah.
And I cry. I FaceTime her right now and I cry, like, to see her smile. So, yeah, I cry. And so I'm trying to show men that.
I did the same thing when I did my mom, too.
Yeah, bro.
You
like,
it wasn't cry. It was like tear. It was
like straight up saying, like, I cried. When I'm single right now, but when I'm with my woman, I ain't no militant nigga. Like, I'm soft. I go cook some food. I'm a warrior and a gardener, and I think that that my message to the youth, I'm what the streets need, because that balance of life. You're a gangster and a gardener. I'm a gangster and a gardener. Healing is gangster, bro. That's the most gangster thing I've ever done was heal. So that's my message. And do I think the industry ready for it? I don't care. That's why I built my own.
Yeah.
I don't need the radio play my music. We just sold out a show. I did 2 10-city tours. I put my own money up. So if you want to come on this side, cool. But my brand is called God Body. You know what I mean? God in your body. We was taught that God is up here. I teach God in her. You know what I mean? And Reform Gang Member I feel like we'd be the best ones, because we know how to stand on something. We know how to be loyal. We know how to protect. It's just we doing it without the knowledge and without having peace within ourselves. So that's what my whole mission is. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I know the industry need me like right now. So I'm grateful for this opportunity and whatever opportunity is there, because when I perform and they hear my music, you hear the same confidence your favorite rapper got when he's sliding and talking about killing. I'm just talking about healing though.
Yeah.
That's it.
Hey, bro, I respect it.
Gratitude, brother.
You know
Like,
what
for
I'm
real.
saying? I respect it. Also, you gotta talk about the weekend too.
Yeah, God Body Weekend. So they wasn't booking me for festivals, so I created my own. So we got God Body Weekend. We just did our 3rd annual. You know what I'm saying? And it's days full of, like, you know, this year we had people fly from all over the country. You know what I mean? And we got a therapy event where literally everybody in one facility, we all on yoga mats, and I got licensed therapists come up in there and talk about therapy. We got the free food program where we do a mass community.
That's the name of one of your albums.
Yeah, it is. And so we do the free food program, Feed the Homeless, man. You know, the good book say, look out for the fatherless, the homeless, and the widows. So I make that my mission. And then we do the inner child play day, like literally big old kids playing tug of war and kickball and all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then we do a show.
You said that. Congratulations,
Thank you,
bro.
brother.
Last thing you said, healing is gangsta. Give one book recommendation or something, like if somebody want to go on their healing journey, where should they start?
It's a book called What Happened to You by Bruce D. Perry and Oprah Winfrey. That book changed my life. A lot of us are told, we get asked, what's wrong? It's not what's wrong, it's what happened.
Yeah.
And when I read that book and I realized that I had fetal trauma syndrome, like I was born 3 pounds 6 ounces, bro. I was destined to deal with some stuff and not be, you know what I mean? And a lot of us, we just, you know, it's your genius for real, but you was told that it was mental health issues. So What Happened to You by Bruce D. Perry and Oprah Winfrey, that book changed my life, brother.
I would love to sit in a room with you and 19 Keys.
That's
and
my,
just
that's
hear
my,
y'all
no, that's my,
just
that's
go back and
Yeah,
forth.
for
19, he was that guy by the weekend. That's my brother. Like, that's my
Yeah,
dog.
that's my guy.
Yeah.
Like, that's my dog. And we approach it from two different sides of the field, but it's the same goal. He high level, I'm ground level. Like, I'm ground level. I'm in the community where the people at, you know what I'm saying? My G, he gonna fly around and, you know what I mean? He want to know what's happening in Korea and all that. I want to know what's happening in the hood and where the elders at and if they got food and if they got water. Not saying we both can't go on each side, but I think it's beautiful right now that I, and it's a whole bunch of other brethren I can name. We heard it ain't. Listen, we in a great space as a people. We just gotta tap in. Deaf culture, I can't promote it. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying I'm in the gym listening to Mozart, because I'm not. I'm listening to, you know what I mean?
That's what D1 is talking about too.
Yeah, shout out to D1. We've been on the same bill in the same spaces. Everybody approach from a different place. It's just my time now. So, you know, I'm here.
Congratulations, bro.
Yes, Lord.
Like I said, man, you welcome to pull back
Glad
up
to be here, brother.
whenever you in LA, bro. And I look forward to hearing more. For
Thank
sure.
you, bro. For real.
AJ McQueen is effective immediately.